Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Into the Light Divination, your weekly podcast. And today's episode is just going to be one quick card for each sign for your money, okay? One card for each sign. So we have, what is all signs? One card, Aries to Pisces, please. One card, all signs, Aries to Pisces. So we have Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. All right. So Aries, you have the Two of Cups in reverse. So you have disagreements, instability, and disharmony with your money. Okay. Taurus, you have the Ace of Swords in reverse. So you have lack of ideas, miscommunication, and confusion. I see that as work. You're having issues at work. Gemini, you have confidence, okay, with your money. You have a decisiveness with the Queen of Wands. Cancer, you have the Ace of Wands. So you have a breakthrough with money, okay? Leo, you have the Nine of Cups in reverse. So that is telling me you have a little bit of shattered dreams over money. So a little bit of financial woes. With the Seven of Cups in reverse for Virgo, you have a little bit of coming back to reality energy. So you are realizing that you have been overspending on something and now you need to ground yourself, okay? Libra, you have the Page of Wands, which is telling me a little bit of inspiration on what you want to do with money. And then Scorpio, you have the King of Wands in reverse. So you have problems with money, okay? Sagittarius, you have the Knight of Swords, which is telling me big changes, seize the moment, and accomplishment with money. Capricorn, you have a little bit of fear with the Nine of Swords. So there's definitely something that has appeared in your realm that is causing a little bit of grief. I see for somebody it's either animal, like vet or hospital bill is what I'm seeing. And I do apologize if that is you. Aquarius, you have the Knight of Cups in reverse, which is telling me a little bit of disappointment in money. For you, I'm seeing like a falling money sign and like a chart going down. So that is telling me an investment you have is going down right now, okay? And then Pisces, you have the Three of Wands, which is finding direction and where you want to go with your money. All right, so finally, we're going to go and have one card for each element. So what is the money? One card for each element: fire, earth, air, and water. And then that's good. One fire, earth, air, and water, please. Fire first, earth, air, and water. One card for each, please. Fire, earth, air, and water. Fire, earth, air, and water. Okay, so we have the Emperor. Okay, so for fire signs, you have the Emperor, which is meaning to stand in your power. Earth signs, you have the Ten of Wands, which is needing to take responsibility and work on a budget. Okay, with the Four of Wands in reverse for the air signs, there's a little bit of imbalance you have, and you need to find balance within your finances. And then water signs, you have a little bit of a conflict with the Five of Wands, needing to figure out a resolution for yourself, okay? And then we have the overall. What's the overall energy for the collective for money, please? What is the overall energy for the collective for money, please? What is the overall energy, please, for the collective for money? We have the Nine of Cups for everyone, which is saying wishes will be fulfilled. What this is telling me is once you work on whatever it is you need to work on, you have the opportunity to have the fulfillment of your wishes with the Nine of Cups. And that could bring you, whether it's emotional stability because of your financial stability. I do see some of you definitely are very heavily leaning on financial stability to create that emotional stability. And some of you get emotionally distressed, also mentally, but very emotionally upset if your finances don't make sense. So if this resonates, great. If not, I do apologize. However, take what resonates, leave the rest behind. If it resonates, though, could you please give it a like if you're on YouTube? Otherwise, thank you so much for listening or watching, and have a great one. Goodbye.